Hi guys, so first of all, I'm sorry for for half lying down here. I'm just really tired and I feel like I've been permanently tired for about 2 weeks now. I was sick for 3.5 weeks and it really knocked me for six. But anyway, I'm back now and filming, and today I wanted to do a fanfiction review. A review of my friend Evie's latest Strictly fanfiction, which is called Holding On To You. Now, back a while ago, I used to review a lot of Evie's fanfictions, which are actually still up on my old channel. There was Chasing Stars, there was Dancing Through a Fairy Tale, Strictly Complicated, Her Forever, all of them, which I think they're all still up on my old channel anyway. But today I wanted to do a review of her latest one called Holding On To You, which is about a rather unconventional pairing that I don't think many people would have ever considered thinking about. Emma Barton and Neil Jones, which, as I said, is rather unconventional. But in this story, it actually worked really well, even though it was definitely one that I'd never thought of before. Um, so I'm going to give a brief summary of what it's about, etc., and then just give my opinions on it, and basically just do what I used to do. Also, I say basically a lot, excuse me, I'm sorry. I do try to cut down on it, but I'm really sorry, okay? Thank you. So, it's about 2,500 words, and it starts with Emma after Kath and Johanna's elimination, which I was in real life. I was really gutted about. I felt that in that dance off it was their time to go, because unfortunately Mike and Katja did do a lot better in that dance off, but it was still really sad to see them go. And yeah, I was really sad to see it happen, and I wish they could have stayed for longer, but it's all about who performs best on the night at the end of the day, and they didn't perform the best, so it was only right that they went in a way. But anyway, it starts with Emma after Kath and Johanna's got eliminated, and she goes back to her dressing room, and it basically talks about her self-confidence issues, how she never goes out without wearing makeup because she's so insecure about herself, and basically just about how she really, really dislikes her appearance. And then we have a quick flashback to week 3, when just after Annika Rice got eliminated in movie week, where Emma is walking away from the stage and comes face to face with Neil in the corridor. Neil teaches her about gapping, because Emma talks about how she's been learning the Viennese waltz for the next week and how she's been struggling with it, and Anton's been telling her off about her gapping. Neil teaches her what gapping really means, and then holds her hand, and from then on she finds herself falling for him. But then it goes back to the present, and it talks about how over the last 3 or 4 weeks, Neil has just basically ignored her, completely isolated himself from her, and she feels really hurt by it, because she just doesn't understand why Neil has ignored her like this. She blames it on herself. She blames herself for not being good enough, etc. And she's basically really upset about it, and upset that she allowed herself to fall for him when he didn't care. But just as she's been telling us about that, there's a scream from the next room. She runs in and finds Neil on the floor, who had had an injury, which is basically the same as what happened in real life. He had an injury of his ankle. So she runs in to see him, and he's got flowers on the floor, and he's fallen on his crutches because he'd injured his ankle earlier that night. And so Emma goes out to get him some ice and stuff like that, and he explains when she comes back in the flowers were for her, and at first she's really not sure about that and is completely confused and stuff like that. But then he explains why he's been ignoring her and that he doesn't actually hate her, that he ignored her because of the thing with Neil and Katia breaking up, due to Sean, well, not due to Sean and Katia, but that was probably a contributing factor. About how he didn't want Emma to be branded a homewrecker or anything like that in the press, like the press would often do if that kind of thing happened. So he states that the main reason that he ignored her was simply to protect her and not because he hated her or anything. And then it ends with him telling her how beautiful she is, and it ends at the last thing, have them kissing, which is really sweet. And I really enjoyed it actually. I thought it was really sweet. Although it was an incredibly unconventional pairing I never would have thought of had it not been for this. When I read it, I could actually see it working quite well, and it was a really interesting one to read, and I really enjoyed it. And I definitely think that from Evie's last fan fiction that she wrote, which I believe was Chasing Stars, to this one, the improvement is incredible. In fact, I barely think it was the same person, to be honest. That's how much she's improved with writing and stuff like that. I actually think that writing fiction for a while actually kind of helped, because Evie wrote a fan fiction called Heartsick, which isn't completed yet, by the way. It's on Wattpad at the moment. And it's not completed or anything. It's only about 10 out of 35 chapters in, but still, it's incredible. I love Heartsick, even though it deals with incredibly triggering themes like self-harm, suicidal thoughts, coercion, coercive. I can't say it. Coercive control. I don't even fucking know how to say it. I'm so sorry. Relationship manipulation. Let's just say that. And all kinds of triggering themes like that, that could be considered triggering to some people. It's incredibly well written, and I think that really helped improve Evie's writing a lot, and it's really lovely to see her back in fan fiction, but so much better. Like, I'm not saying that Safe With You or Dancing Through a Fairy Tale or anything like that was bad. I really enjoyed reading them in their time, and they weren't bad at all. I mean, my old fan fictions were bad. Mine were the definition of bad, not that. But this one is so improved and so much better in a way, especially the way it's written. Like, the writing style is so much better, so much more mature, and so much more fluid, and just so much better. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm really proud of how much her writing's improved actually. And yeah, she mentioned that she might write a few more, which could be really good. I'm really looking forward to maybe reading some more fanfiction from Evie. It could be really interesting to see the rest of them, and I'm really looking forward to it. Because as you know, I'm a sucker for a fanfiction. I write my own fanfictions, obviously, and I do publish them. But it's really lovely to see other people writing the genre of fanfic, writing the genre that I'm so passionate about and that I so much enjoy writing. Even though my stories aren't exactly Pride and Prejudice standard, I still enjoy writing them very, very much. And yeah. So anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this review. I really hope that Evie, especially, you enjoyed this review. Once again, absolutely loved this story, and I'm really looking forward to more. Anyway, I'll see you with more videos soon. I'm going to film the Strictly Reviews next week, which will all be up to date soon. Bye!